What's going on, everybody? Sean here, back with my third video up on the channel. So this one is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to just, as you can tell, going to do a commentary over the workout this time rather than doing a little edit. So let me know what you guys think. Do you like this style of video? If not, tell me. If you do like it, tell me as well. And we'll do more of these maybe in the future. But don't worry, there will be more kind of edit-y style videos coming back as well. So honestly, guys, this feels really weird because there's no camera that I'm talking to. I'm literally just talking into my phone right now, looking at the screen. So yeah, it's a little bit weird. But anyway, my arm workout has been one of my most requested workouts from my Snapchat and from Instagram. So I'm finally getting around. Recorded the entire thing today over in Raw with Kyle Mullen and Sean Attley. I'll link their social medias down in the description. But yeah, I'm just going to talk you through everything I did step by step and give you a few tips along the way as well. So let's get into it, guys. Okay, so the first exercise that we did was the decline close grip bench press for the triceps. There's, by the way, just Kyle looking sexy doing a few curls. But that decline close grip bench press is just a heavy compound movement for your triceps to initially knock them out and pre-exhaust them before you start anything else. I used to do it on the flat, but then one of the bodybuilders in my own gym told me to do it on a decline, and honestly the feeling is so much better. You just feel it and can control the weight a little bit better on the decline, so I do it there now. Then, as you can see here on the screen, we went on to some heavy barbell curls, as strict as you can do them, guys, while keeping it heavy. So we had 12.5 kilograms either side of the bar here on this day, which is pretty heavy for a curl. And you can see the form is pretty good, pretty strict. It's all just coming from the elbows rather than swinging the weight up and swinging it back down, which you see a lot of guys doing, which is not working your biceps. I mean, it's just putting a lot of tax on your lower back more than anything. So next movement we went on to was skull crushers for the triceps again. Again, guys, I actually went lighter than I normally would in my home gym on these skull crushers, purely because I just wanted to feel it after doing the heavy compound first of all for the triceps. So I went lighter and kept the rep range in around 12 and 15 on the skull crushers. Everything else was about 8 to 12 at most, but on the skull crushers I did 12 to 15 just because I really wanted a good contraction and pump off this rather than just kind of going through the motions, which I find I can do a lot when I'm just doing like a skull crusher for the triceps. Then the next movement was actually the first of our supersets, which was seated hammer curls here, as you can see on the screen, and we supersetted that with cable pushdowns, rope cable pushdowns with a bit of separation at the bottom of them as well. So in terms of tips here for the hammer curls, what I do is I hold the bar up the very top, as you can see there on the screen, and I actually have my hand touching the rubber of the weight. But I feel that just gets me a little bit of an extra squeeze on the long head of my bicep as I'm doing it. So what you want to do is you want to come up, hold, back down slowly, fully contract your tricep to get a full squeeze on the bicep, and then come up and repeat. As you can see, getting pretty heavy for me there, making some nice faces, as you guys can see. And then, so over to the rope pushdowns. And what I do with these is I actually hold it a little bit higher than a lot of normal guys would do it. And what I do is I bring it all the way down, separate it out fully, as you can see, come back up, hold, back down, squeeze, and repeat. And I just feel like that's a great pump off those. So what I would recommend is to give that a try for sure. Let me know what you think. Hold it up a little bit higher. I know a lot of guys will just come in and hold it down the very bottom and swing it down, swing it up. Also, you can see, guys, the weight, it's not heavy. The weight is not heavy for these. It does not need to be. It's just about squeezing the tricep. It's an isolation movement. You know, I've done the heavy bit for the triceps with the initial movement, the close grip bench press, and this is literally just getting some volume in, getting blood into the triceps and forcing them to grow. It's the plan. This movement was the next of our supersets. I like this. Now, we don't really have a preacher curl like this in my home gym, so to be able to go fully over the bench was lovely on this, and the squeeze and pump that I was getting from this was ridiculous. As you guys can see, I am pretty lean at the minute, about 3.5 weeks into the cut here, and the night before we filmed this workout I actually went and had a Nando's just to kind of carb up because the 3 previous days before that I had gone fairly low carb and I was feeling pretty flat, and I knew that I was going to be going out and filming this, so I did want to get a little bit of a pump. So I went and had a Nando's, and you can see the veins kind of coming through and everything. That's just literally the extra carbs from the Nando's the night before doing their job. So the superset with that was this dip press machine. Don't know exactly what it's called over in Raw, but as you can see there, guys, I wasn't happy with the grip. I was doing it originally with my palms facing forward, then I turned them to the side, felt it much better. So that's something that I think everybody needs to know how to do, is to be able to know, is something working? Like, am I doing it this way? Does it feel right? And if it's not, being able to change it and adjust and just keep going then with the way that does feel right. It makes a big difference to your training. Next, we decided to throw these in. It is the incline dumbbell curls. I'd seen Steve Cook and Bradley Martin doing these, so I thought, why not give them a try? But I actually didn't like them all that much. We ended up actually only doing 3 sets of these and moving on, because they just, while you can see here I'm struggling a lot and the faces I'm making are showing you that I thought these were hard, I wasn't feeling it as much as I'd like to have felt it in my bicep. So what we did was we switched that up and moved on to an overhand cable curl instead, just to try and get some more brachialis involved. I've started throwing these overhand cable curls in the last, say, 2 months, and the difference in my forearms has been amazing, to be honest. I mean, my forearms were non-existent before I started throwing these in, and now all of a sudden they're actually starting to grow, which is great, because I've always had skinny arms. My arms have always been a weak point of mine, and I've been hitting them twice a week now to try and bring them up, and forearms especially are kind of coming along nicely at the minute. So what we did was we supersetted these with some single arm tricep push downs. A little bit of a different variation than I'd normally do again, but it was nice contraction, as you can see here. It was pretty heavy actually though, what we were doing, so I can't remember how many reps I was doing. I think it was around 10, 12 on the set. There was one set where it was ridiculously heavy and I was only getting 6 reps, so I had to drop that down, and this is the set that you're seeing now where it's dropped down, not the stupidly heavy one. So guys, the last exercise I did then was just some normal cable curls, just to absolutely burn out the biceps, finish up with a pump, and yeah, you're going to see, oh, there's Kyle looking pretty sweet. It's a nice close-up. But you'll see the next exercise now was just literally to fill the biceps with as much blood as I could before we finished up. And yeah, it was an absolutely great workout. You know, I love going out to Raw, getting a session in with those guys. I mean, it's just such a better environment than my own home gym, but it's so far away. That's the only downside. It really is so far away. So guys, it's coming towards the end of the video here. What I want to do is just let me know if you like this style of video, or if you prefer me to go back to the editing style with the music over it, and I will do either. So I just want to say thanks for watching, guys. Please like the video, share it around, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, or if you're new here, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thanks very much for watching, and as I said earlier, let me know what you think, please. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye bye.